Welcome dear friends in Study Buddy channel. Myself Professor K.S. Banker, and today I am going to discuss about the tool life. Tool life is very important topic because in GATE examinations it is periodically asked in form of some definition or in form of some examples. Most of time the examples related to tool life may be asked in GATE examinations. So tool life is what? Tool life. So first of all, we will just go through the definition of tool life. So actual machining time between two successive resharpening or you can say that resharpening or regrinding of the tool is called tool life. So tool life is what? Actual machining time between two successive resharpening or regrinding of the tool is called tool life. Means your tool is, that means in during the machining process what happens, when your tool will cut, suppose this is your workpiece, okay, and this is your tool, this is your tool and this is your workpiece. So during machining process what happened, here metal will be removed, okay. So during machining metal will be removed and after some time your tool will be going to fail. Means your machining will not, your surface will not be, you will not get the very good surface finish. Means your tool point or tool life may be fail or tool is fail. So at that time you have to change the tool or you have to just resharpen your tool into the grinding. So the tool life is what? The actual machining time between two successive resharpening or regrinding. And you may also define this tool life into number of product produced. You may also define like this: the number of product produced between two successive resharpening of the tool. Means time between two successive resharpening is the tool life, okay. And when tool you can measure the tool life, or when you have to just you need to resharpen your tool when your tool will not perform satisfactorily, okay. If your tool performs satisfactorily then your tool is good, in good condition, but your tool will not perform satisfactorily. So due to this condition, wear is generated in the tool. So that to just remove this wear in the tool, then you have to just resharpen your tool in the on the grinding wheel. So The tool life is the actual machining time between two successive regrinding or resharpening of the tool, and this is called tool life. And we will just understand this tool life with help of this diagram. In this diagram you can easily see that here this is the axis on which flank wear is there. Okay, so if flank wear is produced in your tool, then you have to go for the resharpening. Okay, so after certain machining or after some machining process, your tool will going to wear out. So that is called flank wear. Flank wear is one of the type of wear. So flank wear is produced. Then here I have just mentioned the machining time, means T in minute. T in minute on this x-axis, and on the y-axis flank wear. Okay, and we will consider the 0.3 mm flank wear. Up to 0.3 flank wear will go for our machining. Then stop. Then what is this? During the machining or continuous machining is there, then after certain period of time, you just stop the machining and measure the flank wear. Suppose at certain time interval, you just stop your machining and measure the flank wear. Okay, and then it is depicted in this graph. Now again do the machining. After a certain time, take the tool out of the from the tool post and measure the flank wear. Okay, now number of times or after some interval, you just take your tool and measure the flank wear, and it will go up to the 0.3 mm wear. If 0.3 mm wear is there, then stop the machining. Okay, so here suppose you will get the 0.3 mm wear, flank wear is there. So at that time stop the machining and measure the time. Means after this interval you just got the 0.3 mm wear. So at that time T1 time is there. Time is T1, and the cutting speed is VC1. Your cutting speed is VC1, and at that time is T1. Okay, now for the another job, take the another job and or try on the same job and same the tool, but speed is higher. This is VC1 speed, so VC2 speed is greater than VC2 is greater than VC1. Okay, so take the higher speed than the VC1. This is first speed. Okay, so and the second cutting speed, what happened? Again do the same work. You just continue the machining. Then after certain time, take out your tool from the tool post, then measure the wear. Okay, then whatever wear is there, okay, just put your marks on that wear. Suppose wear is this, so put your marks. Then again after certain time measure the wear, after certain time measure the wear, after some interval measure the wear, and up to this measure the wear up to 0.3 mm, because we decide our limit. Okay, so this is the limit where if you got the 0.3 mm wear, then stop your machining, then measure the time T2. So at V cutting speed, second cutting speed, you will get the T2 time. Then again speed up your cutting speed will be increased, that is VC3. So at that speed, during machining at a certain time period, measure the flank wear, then put that marks on the graph. Okay, so I will put certain marks to measure the flank wear. Okay, so this is, and we will just join this point, so we will get this graph. Okay, now again for at this point the time is T3. Now increase the speed, that is cutting speed is VC4. So at that cutting speed, you again during machining stop the machining after a certain time period. Okay, suppose time period is this, stop the machining and measure the flank wear. So flank wear is this. Then again continue the machining, then after a certain time interval measure the flank wear, again measure the flank wear, and join these points, so you will get this graph. And at this end point, at the point 3 mm flank where just you draw the vertical line, that is your time t4. So at the VC1 speed you will get the time t1, cutting speed 2 you will get time t2, cutting speed 3 time t3, and cutting velocity v4 you will get the time t4. So this is the increase cutting speed. So this is the cutting speed vc1. So time is t1. Then when cutting speed is increased, your time will be decreased. See, here cutting speed is this, then it is increased vc2 means cutting velocity is greater than first one. So if cutting speed is increased, time is tool life is decreased. Cutting speed is increased, again tool life is decreased. Cutting speed is increased, so time is decreased means tool life is decreased. So when cutting speed is increased, your tool life is decreased. Now draw the another graph versus cutting velocity versus tool life. Okay, so in this axis cutting velocity is there, v1, v2, v3 and v4, and here tool life is there. So in this diagram you just see vc1, vc2, vc3 and vc4, and you get the different time t1, t2, t3 and t4. So just mention that point in this graph. Suppose vc1, then time is t1, so this is vc1 and time is t1. So here I will just mark this point, this is time t1. Then vc2 and time is t2, so I will mark over here. Then vc3 and vc4. Okay, and then I will join this line, so we will get this type of you will get this type of graph. So v1 first velocity, cutting velocity, then you will get the temperature time t1. Then second velocity you will get the time t2, then time t3, and at the last velocity you will get the time t4. This is t3 and this is t2. Okay, so you will get this type of curve when you plotted this curve against the tool life versus cutting velocity. So in this graph you will get this curve shape for the tool life against the cutting velocity. But if you draw this same graph on the log scale, means on the vertical log of cutting velocity and log t on this horizontal scale, then you will get the straight line. Okay, you will get the straight line like this. Means what? Here same v1 is there, so at that v1 you will get t1, then v2 you will get t2 over here, then cutting speed v3 you will get t3 over here, and v4 you will get the t4. So here we are cutting velocity on the log scale and time on the log scale. So at that time you will get this type of straight line on the slope. So this is v4 t4, this is v3 t3, here v2 t2, and here v1 t1, and this slope is nothing. Suppose this is this one is called your slope. This is suppose alpha, so alpha is your slope. So tan alpha is equal to suppose n, so n is a slope. So from this straight line equations you know that the straight line equation y is equal to mx plus c. Like that, from this type of diagram Mr. Taylor defined the tool life equation, that is vt raised to n, slope is n. So Vt raised to Taylor tool life equation is Vt raised to n is equal to constant. Okay, so this equation is known as Taylor tool life equation because the one of the scientist Taylor defined this equation. That's why this equation name is Taylor's tool life equation, and that is Vt raised to n is equal to constant. Here in this equation, V is equal to your cutting velocity, T is your tool life in generally minute, and cutting velocity is in meter per minute, and C is your constant, and n is the slope, or it is the exponent or slope. Okay, so from this diagram, Mr. Taylor just defined the tool life equation, that is Vt raised to n is equal to constant. So in this equation, this is cutting velocity. So you can predict that cutting velocity is most important factor in the tool life. Okay, and you also see in this figure, the cutting speed is very much important. When cutting speed is increased from Vc1 to Vc2, then time is decreased. Cutting speed is increased, tool life is decreased. Cutting speed is increased, tool life is decreased. So in the measurement of tool life, cutting speed is most important factor. Actually, the another factor are also there. Another parameter are also affected the tool life, that is the speed, feed, and depth of cut. Okay, so this is the cutting speed. Then feed may also affect the tool life. Feed also affect the tool life. Means speed, feed, and depth of cut are affected on the measurement of tool life. But among these three, speed, feed, and depth of cut, this cutting velocity or speed is the major parameter which is affect on the Taylor means tool life. Okay, and again I am just repeating these definitions. Actual tool life is what? Actual machining time between two successive resharpening or regrinding of the tool is called tool life. Okay, so this is the concept of tool life. In the next lecture we will just go through the different example which was asked on this concept tool life, which was asked in the GATE examinations. Up till now, if you have any doubt, then please mention me or comment me in my this video comment box. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.